Yes.
How's
sir.
it, guys? Loa, we brought a Daniel over here. What's happening today?
Oh, brah. Leveling up today.
Yeah.
We guarantee today we got at least 200 people that never ever air layered before got the air layer bug, bro. This is like more contagious than COVID. And when you catch them, how you can tell if guys got them is ulu trees start appearing in their neighborhood.
Yeah, bro. That's why I came. I went commit to 6 on top of the application.
Okay.
And then I did one more for good luck, 7. So I did 7 today.
Awesome.
And yeah, and it's for Manaai. You know what I mean? You know, that's for my community. I get one spot that I like will talk to the community. Hey, can we turn this into a community garden? You know what I mean?
I do.
You know what I mean? You know
I mean, check a look.
Yeah.
This is one of those spots.
Yes.
I saw pictures today of 2022 when this whole thing was cleared and empty, and you could see all the way to the back. Yeah. And
How far? 100 yards.
100 yards.
100 yards.
Yeah. Took us 3 days to clear it. We brought in machines. We didn't disturb the ground, but we took out all the trees, cut down all the trees, and got us to a place where people with shovels and picks could come and plant. This whole thing got planted in 1 day. Just like today,
5 years ago, 2021.
2022.
2022.
January of
4 years.
2022.
Okay, 4 years.
Instead of going to Ku'i at the Capitol like we normally did,
Right.
Akua said, you gotta plant.
Yeah.
Yeah, this place is actually a part of God's plans. Yeah, we prayed hard and said, what do we do? What is the most political thing that we could do? And the whole Ilona was planting was the new protest. Yeah.
Planting was the new protest.
And what we needed to do was have a place to like test it. Right? Look, bro, that's a 15-foot ulu tree right there. That's 4 years old. That is gonna be pumping out 300 to 500 pounds of ulu. It had ulu this year, but that means it's gonna have ulu probably twice next year. And on top of that, it's gonna produce thousands of new baby ulu trees to go back into the community.
So I was watching your video last night. You was estimating the value per ulu tree.
So I was.
What's the estimated value?
This is my broken mat.
Right.
And
the
first of
broken
all,
mat.
I get a PhD from Manaai High School GED department. Okay, I gotta appreciate all my non-mat teachers out there.
Pretty hot and tempting, huh?
No, I'll tell you, my teacher, his name was Matt, and he was good. No. So it's basically like this: for every 1,000 trees,
Okay.
every 1,000 trees is 10 acres of new farmlands that are created.
Every 1,000 trees is 1 acre of new farmland.
It's 10 acres.
10 acres
of new farmlands, and that's your backyard along the side of your road. If we plant 1,000 ulu trees, we will have created 10 acres of ag that can be dispersed throughout communities in little,
So 1,000 ulu trees. What is the broken math on how many
So-
people that can feed?
Okay, so 1,000 ulu trees, 10 acres of land. In year 5, we should expect anywhere from 300 to 500,000 pounds of fruit every year after.
Oh,
So it's $1 million. If
conservative 300.
conservative 300.
Okay.
Realistically, though, more like 500.
That's
because
realistic.
That's realistic.
That's probably what's
these
gonna
gonna pump
happen.
500 pounds each, no problem. So $2 a pound for ulu, which is a low price, which means for
That's affordable.
every 1,000 trees produces $1 million worth of food security.
Wow.
$1 million a year for here on out. So say today we did 3,000. Okay, in year 5, we're gonna be averaging $3 million a year back into our food system, into our community. And we say what the cost is. I always pose this question: what's the cost of being hungry?
That's a good question.
Yeah, because what happens when you're hungry is you're motivated to do things that you would never ever do if you wasn't hungry.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so the idea is, how do we remove that possibility from our community is through community-driven food systems, right? And these are things that happened and were a part of everyday life here.
Yeah.
And then, with the overthrow, with the plantations, with all of this modernization, the idea is food is an economy. It's not a relationship with your aina and your community.
Got it.
Yeah, because, I always ask these people, what makes the lettuce from Ma'o Farms different from the lettuce from Mexico?
One just flew here.
Well, there I am at the salad line and get the Costco lettuce and get the Ma'o lettuce. So, me, I go make all bourgeoisie and put the lettuce in my mouth. Right there, eat the cracker. Oh, the cracker was good. And then I go eat all the lettuce. And then I go back, I eat the first lettuce, I eat the second lettuce, and then boom, it hits me. I can taste the water of Waiʻanae in the ma'o lettuce. Where is Waiʻanae's water? It's in our Manaai. Yeah?
I brought you some. Did you
And
see?
so,
I brought you some.
so the reality is that the closer that your food is connected to your community, the more nutrients you're going to get out of them. Yeah. You born and raised in Waiʻanae, you actually need the water of Waiʻanae. The minerals in Waiʻanae's water is critical.
Specifically, Puhawai.
Specifically, yeah? And what they say is that vitamin D is distributed differently. Yeah? Sunlight. And that the type of vitamin D that you need comes from the plants growing in your area.
Okay.
Yeah, skin cancer, they get all of this stuff. Might actually be more prone to you ate foreign foods, not from your aina. Had you ate the foods from your aina, you would have the necessary protection from the plants to protect you from the sun.
Okay.
So, yeah, you know, I think about what drives people to do bad things, and hunger is one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, how you control people is through food. Yeah, the ʻaikapu system is a brilliant system. It makes sure that the chiefs always eat better than everybody else, food of more mana.
Right.
Which means that's how you're going to continue ruling, because you get more mana than the other guy, because your fish came from the pond that you in Malama, his one came from the open ocean. That your water, the first water came down was the chief's taro patch, where he getting all the nutrients for his family. You get the leftovers. If we do that, the kids don't come out the same. Now, we passed that. The question is, we're gonna feed our kids ulu, or we're from Waiʻanae, or we're gonna feed our kids imported processed food from someplace else? Because, you know, back to that vitamin D thing, I want to meditate on what is really happening in processed food. And processed food is the process of removing sunlight from our food. We children of the sun, my brother. It's all about the stars. It's about eating light.
Yeah.
Today, the processed food is like eating darkness. And it consumes you, the cancers, all these things, yeah? It's like a black hole inside of your
Death.
body.
We're eating death.
Killing you, right? And if the solution is food, and if food also covers like all these other needs, guess what? It's 2026. You know, I gotta just eat one roasted ulu. You can eat one ulu waffle. Yeah? You can make one ulu
pancake.
One ulu pancake. You can make one ulu bread. Yeah, you can make one stuffed ulu. You can make one fried ulu. You can make one baked ulu. You can make one grilled ulu. You can make one sauteed ulu, right?
What kind of ulu?
We can ulu out. We could eat ulu one different way every day, 3 meals a day for the next month, and it's all same ulu. In fact, 2 ulu seasons ago was my first year. I had yellow doodoo.
Oh,
I ate so much ulu, cousin. The thing went huli from brown to yellow.
Oh, pehe ka opu, mai ka e.
So in tune.
Yeah,
so in tune. And that's the other part. You know, we talk about our na'au, but do we feed our na'au?
Right.
Yeah. And people often say, Daniel, how do you do this? How do you have so much energy? How do you have so much consistency? Brother, I've been feeding my, you know my dad.
Yeah.
Look at what the guy eat.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought I was suffering growing up. I was actually learning how to feed my na'au.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when your na'au is pa'a, it's easier to hold your position when it's tough.
That's true.
It's easier to be consistent. Yeah, when the fire comes from inside you. To me, that's the relationship from feeding your na'au.
Yeah.
And feeding your na'au from the aina that you love, that you're building one connection to.
Yeah.
So today, you know what? I never actually know how these events are gonna go. I put the best amount that I can do in the planning and the preparation for it. But on the day of the event, to me, it's always a fascination. Who actually gonna show up? They're gonna actually work. Yeah?
Yeah.
They're gonna just take pictures, Instagram, and bail out. Who are we gonna inspire?
Right.
Today, what I really was looking for, and I seen them. I seen a couple kids out there, some youngies,
Yeah.
getting the air layer bug. In fact, Keone that I work with, we're cleaning up, and his son goes, "Oh no, uncle, that's my bucket. I'm gonna go home, air layer my poor Kenny tree at home." So the event happened today. Not even the day Pao, brother, gonna go home. He gonna use.
I'm gonna take my bucket right there.
Right?
My bucket right
He gonna use his knowledge. He gonna execute them again. Now, to me, that That's always behind all of the things that I do.
Yeah.
If I can get you to first base, will you figure out you in a game, and will you naturally on your own accord start sprinting to second on your way home?
So why not comprehensive? Get the ulu garden up in behind, so I can go air layer those.
See?
You know what I mean?
Right.
Nobody even touched that, bro.
Right.
It's a fucking icon for people. Right. It's a food forest.
You won't get me started on comprehensive, because I love my aunties up over there, but I shake them. And I tell you why I shake them. Because I'm fucking Dr. Fred Dodge's grandson.
Let's go.
Yeah, and I get one fucking privilege because I grew up in that place, and I'll 100% tell you that I love my fat aunties that smoke cigarettes over there. Talk about fucking health.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love you, auntie, but you don't have the health action. And what these guys is constantly challenged with is they get the story. But when I go look outside the book, like, oh, mean, I go like that, are people still sick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get two what is that called? The freaking where they put the blood in, take the blood out.
Oh yeah, dialysis.
Get 2 dialysis centers now. Bro, before I left for college.
Let me tell you, every ulu tree is a live-alysis center.
You know what's even crazy? I heard on a story, my friend told me they heard the aunties and the uncles coming out of dialysis. Guess what they talking about? Oh, we'll go KFC.
Oh,
straight back to the food.
Guarantee.
They put them right back into, and the audacity of Nanakuli, that shopping center, they have the audacity to put a dialysis center in the middle of all the foods.
Let's just talk reality.
Okay.
Okay. If it was for go Manaai right now, we want to put you in Lao Lao. How much places get?
Not that much.
Not that many. If we was gonna go Manaai and we had to catch dinner, where would be the spot you would go guarantee? Okay, I don't like no. But I'm just posing these questions because those things don't exist. Yeah? And let me tell you, growing up in Manaai, this is what I saw. I saw when they took the water, they took the health of the people. And what that required was they replaced the water with money, and it fed the medical industry. So we have a very strong, healthy medical industry that employs all these people, but it's at the expense of our actual people wanting to go to McDonald's after dialysis. Because let me tell you, nobody will force you to eat the spam musubi. You know the thing will make you feel sick. You just weak to your tongue. Yeah, and I find I'm guilty.
Yeah.
I've been battling this thing my whole life.
Me too.
Yeah, I had to go extreme because I cannot participate in that and then live my life without severe consequences. And I know what the solution is. Yeah? So I'm not here for say that I'm perfect, but what I'm here to say is that, and it's gonna be terrible, that when you bring Krispy Kreme donuts to the Ulu Air Layering Community Workshop, that your actions are a part of why everything is so problematic. And as much as I appreciate and aloha the
education.
wanting of giving, it's like when you give me cavities and cancer, your aloha is so great that we've gone past the actual mana of the gift. Yeah, the mana. To me, the transfer of this mana is all we have left. Yeah. So how do we help people? We just give the example.
Lead.
Yeah.
Lead.
Let me tell you, you know who the hardest people for tell what to do is? People. You go to any people, you should do this. Oh, fucking, hey, let me tell you, true story. And I tell this to my wife, but I don't know. She claims to be smart, but she don't catch this. I tell her, every time you tell me I should do something, I don't like doing. Every time you tell me, oh, you should do this, immediately, I don't like doing.
Initial instinct,
so,
yes.
You know, my strategy has been talk shit, back it up with action, put people in place, like, fuck that guy, I'm gonna outdo him. I'm gonna be more healthy than him. I'm gonna pound better than him. I still waiting for the fucker can pound better than me. I'm waiting.
Okay.
Yeah? Yeah, 30 years. Ain't yet met him yet. But I training them. I'm also training them. Yeah, right now, if you was supposed to say, oh, who's the closest? They get a couple contenders. But that's because I want them to be contenders. You know? I want these guys to prove that it's not just me.
You like when guy out from left field coming.
Boom, come in, smash.
Yeah,
Guys
smash.
is whopping jaws. Holy shit. You know? We're in a complex challenge.
Yeah.
Before we can unscrew ourselves, we have to have the physical energy and health to turn the screwdriver. Cannot if you go
I
into
agree.
dialysis.
Yeah, cannot.
And what you value when you're sick is the medication, not being sick.
Right.
Yeah. So I think a lot of the work that I've been fortunate to be a part of is fulfilling the dreams of the kupuna to the embetterment of future generations. Yeah, this girl right over here, Auntie Ulu, she lived right down the street. Auntie Ulu came hang out with us a little while today.
Auntie Ulu.
Yeah, Ululani Bernie.
Ululani Bernie.
Yeah, she lived right down the street. She said, I didn't dream getting Ulu Orchard over here. Okay.
That's
Auntie's-
before we even start. Before you guys even started.
Well, how this place came to be where we did it was through talks with the community. And what had happened was in Kahana, they had all the kupunas write down their dreams and we got to read it. And then Auntie Ulu's was to put one Ulu Orchard. And so this right here is one response. Cousin, when you get to fulfill the dreams of your kupuna, make you feel that you're on the right path.
Yes.
Yeah, and then to have her come today and bless us with her presence while watching people she doesn't know care for these trees and make more trees and to propagate more trees.
I mean, life can't get any better.
I hope that others see this as a template. To
It is a
take, borrow, cheat, steal, go back, do it better, inspire more people. Let's make ulu trees something that you can't buy because it's free. Now, I'll share this with you. In Papua New Guinea, there's a saying. It says only the stupid farmer plant ulu. Because they get so much ulu in all of their zones that the previous generations, that they food secure, cousin.
Got it.
I want to get to the point where the common thought in the community is, brother, you are a dumb farmer if you're planting ulu. But that's because we get 1 million ulu trees on Oahu.
Right.
Yeah, and we've gone past the point of treating it like a commodity into treating it like a part of our community. And it's just there, and it makes us healthy, which makes us work better, which allows us to have more capacity to do more.
Yeah.
I mean, how do we do more with the same amount of people? Get them healthy.
Get them healthy.
Get them healthy. These guys get healthy. Dangerous. Yeah. This is a terrible analogy, but I tell guys, we know what Hawaiians look like when they don't ku'i every week. Yeah, you go any Hawaiian community, look around. That's what they look like if they don't ku'i every week. But you go look at the pictures of the Hawaiians that ku'iing every week and eating from 9. They look totally different. I'm gonna say we can make that happen. Yeah.
Can.
I ask every parent, do you dream that your child would be healthy, that would live a full life? Every parent says yes. When you ask, what are you willing to sacrifice for that to happen? Because oftentimes we're feeding our kids rubbish because we're too busy. We gotta go work, we gotta do this.
Yeah.
If your kid get diabetes because you was too busy to feed them good, are you really a good parent? And I'm not here to judge anybody. What I'm here to say is, over the last decade, the only way I've been able to afford to eat good is to grow my own. Yeah, how was lunch today?
Oh no.
Yeah, that pig, we're gonna harvest that pig on Sunday. Yeah, let me tell you, Uncle Joe Pereira, Auntie Maji Pereira, they look down on me, they bless me, because I doing pigs, I doing them that no smell. Yeah, and we're feeding the community. How's the luau? That was harvested from our Waimanalo farm that we've been working 8 years.
The ulu
How's
was
the
like
ulu?
yam. Like yam.
The
like,
ulu,
oh.
right out of the backyard, been in the freezer. Because we get so much, we put them in the freezer, we eat ulu the whole year. Yeah? That today, the only thing that you got that we had to acquire was the onion. Yeah? The luau had a cooking banana that somebody would bless me with. And the salt was Kauai Pakai. Yeah, so there is all the elements on how to build mana and the results of exercising within your aina. Yeah, all the things that we're doing today was shit that we were talking about wanting to do 20, 30 years ago.
Right.
Yeah, it takes time. What is the secret weapon? Consistency. Yeah, actually, believe it or not, one of the reasons that I'm able to now participate in makahiki is because I have greater capacity through the food system to participate in a way that's meaningful. If I'm gonna go complain about the food, I better be willing to cook dinner.
Right.
Yeah. So when we're making an emu and we're doing these things, that is our response. We're not telling you gotta do them better. We're gonna help you. And the activities that we participate in are all interlocking. Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually need to take my family to Makua and to sleep there for multiple days, to be in the presence of the hua and the kupuna, to get the hoailonas, to have them come and speak to us in our dreams, to see all of the natural phenomenon that, rather let me tell you this past year, closing makahi and ko'iahi,
Yeah.
oh, the king would go from sunshine to 15 minutes. The whole time we gave Ho'okupu big range of like I'm talking boom, like getting slapped. All of us soaking wet, and then by the time we walk back, everybody dry.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's where I was spiritually.
Yeah. Yeah. That was done one you know, I'm sure you question yourself on what you're doing and why you're doing them.
Right.
Yeah. And I find these times that what makahiki provides for me is it allows the confirmation of all my questioning. Yeah.
Interesting.
That during that period, I'm putting out my requests of what hoailonas I need to know that I'm on the right path, and I'm asking. And then when we go and we participate in the ceremony, to just pay attention. Yeah, that's all it is. It's just we're gonna spend, we're gonna walk around, we're gonna pay attention, we're gonna give ho'okupu, we're gonna pay attention, we're gonna carry this burden. Without some type of confirmation, it's real easy to go crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and when everyone around us is trying to convince us to be more like them instead of being more like us, we need something to remind us that it's okay to go stand in the rain, holding one stick, putting some leaves and some branches on some rocks. Yeah, that there is a divine purpose, and that honestly, my kupuna, they were waiting for me to make that commitment.
Yeah.
And shamefully, without my wife, I still wouldn't be there. Yeah? That's my own shame. Like, this thing is more important and valuable to her. But now that I go, bruh, I getting the benefits. Yeah? I getting the benefits. I don't like go and kick and scream. She's like, dude, she's like, literally, she's like, dude, I don't know if you've been paying attention. Your grandfather dead, your father getting old. We go drink the Ava Circle. The youngest guy is like 50. Yeah, she goes, you always talk about paying attention. You're not paying attention to the very thing right there. Well, you know, she's one of the few people that I want to listen to her. And sometimes it takes me a little while to tell her how genius she is. Because, you know, I like bit of Kane and all of this stuff and this and that. But,
Right.
you know, for me, the participation in makahiki is based upon having a healthy family. Yeah. Like, these are all of the ingredients that has allowed for me to go there and not be in turmoil. Yeah. I'm not worried about this and about that. I'm just there. I just letting go. And then now I know twice a year I get to let go twice a year. Immerse ourselves in the elements. Yeah, now guess what? We were supposed to that. I guess Dad gonna talk to Uncle. Said, oh, this marathon Saturday night, it no work for us. How come we don't start them on Friday and go all the way through on Sunday, and we can hold on a little bit more in between? Yeah, we don't need to wake up 4 o'clock on Sunday because we already in Hi'uwai maybe Saturday. Yeah. Then we can drink Ava a little bit later or whatever the thing is. We're cramming in too much into one short window, and it's exhausting us, and it's not sustainable. And that's one of the things that drives people away, is when you go to that, you feel exhausted. But let me tell you, I show up Friday, I set up the camp, we dig the hole Saturday morning, we worked the whole time.
Where you guys did the
Right by Auntie Leandra's.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, more towards the kai or more Mocha?
Just Manaai of her place.
Okay.
Yeah, like right on that hill.
Yeah, well, we
sloping
didn't go
down.
look then that day. Okay.
So it's like, right, driving home on Sunday. I just started work. How many days up, this, that. I'm not going home tired.
Just energized.
I'm going home thinking, holy shit, what the fuck have I been doing all of these years, Daniel? You dummy. But again, when you're not healthy, when you don't have stability in your life, it's easy to be in turmoil. Yeah. And what I want to be a part of is not a whole bunch of people in turmoil that get together and go chant and go walk around to these ahus, but I want to do it with a group of people that can see the progress of them getting better and healthier and making a bigger impact in the community. Yeah, because to take Makua back the way that we need makahiki like 300, 400, 500 people, bruh. But in order to do that, we can't overwhelm 300, 400, 500. We're already getting exhausted with 20 guys. What happened when the Ava circle is 100?
Right.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So the idea is not just the commitment to go, but it's the commitment to grow. Yeah, and it's showing up and leaving my baggage because I have less of it today.
Right.
And maybe it's just I'm getting older and hopefully getting a little bit wiser in the things that I'm doing, and maybe wiser in the decisions that I make.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
But it's also, I feel like makahiki is giving me a spiritual advantage. Yeah.
It is.
Twice a year I get to go ponder mana. Yeah.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, we even put that pueo on the ahu.
Yeah.
And the pueo has a bottom that I cut. And the cut, I carved another pueo.
That's it.
No.
Uh-oh.
And that one is in my daughter Ko'iahi's room. Yeah. And really, all these things I've been doing has been about the kids.
Yeah, and her stuff stay in Ko'iahi, right?
And her EV is in Ko'iahi.
Yeah.
So she has an ahu connection to it. And I'm just leaving the breadcrumb. These kids get kuleana. But if I push it on them, they're going to resist.
Rare.
I gotta help to create such a great time that her friends go, holy shit, Koya, I was in Makua with your dad. That a mean makahiki rage. It was so much fun. My sister gonna be like, my daughter gonna be like, oh, dad,
I go.
I gotta go, right?
Yeah.
So, tough work we live in. That's
Tough.
for you, my brother.
Mahalo.
That is a waikane pebble for a kane of Wai'anae. And you know what those are really, I don't know if I told you the joke that Uncle Hanalei told me, but
No.
I've been questioning myself about carving anything but implements. Yeah, I've been seeing them for a while, but I get so much respect for the pohakus that I feel like, who am I to take a
Carve
perfect stone and
Oh.
then, but so Uncle Hanalei was coming in my dreams. And after a period of time, I tell him, Uncle, how I know I'm not making you up in my dreams and that you really come in my dreams? Because he's telling me, boy, you got to start carving. Like, no wait.
Uncle Hanale.
Hopfi.
Hopfi.
Yeah, the stone carver. Because I
Okay.
used to mentor with Uncle, and for many years I
Okay.
gathered all his materials.
Okay.
So, right? It's all the same place that we malama. Uncle, what we would go do is check on Evie, rebury, clean the kiawe wood from the Evie for our emus, gather emu stones while gathering art pieces for Uncle. So Uncle laughing, oh yeah, boy, I'm gonna tell you a joke. Yeah, when you wake up in the morning, you remember the joke. You gonna know it was me came in your dreams. So he told me, in heaven, the angels, they don't wear underwear. He goes, the view from hell is unreal. Oh my God, I woke up, I started crying. I'm like, all right.
This is a real dream.
One real dream.
One real dream.
I actually started carving these puels feeling a little bit more confident after I had that dream that Uncle really was behind me and supporting me in doing this work.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm only in my first year of making these, but it's something that it's calling.
Yeah.
You know, and I would only be lying to myself if I didn't respond.
Right on.
Yeah.
Well, mahalo, bro.
Brother.
Bro.
Epic
Mahalo.
sessions.
Epic.
I love it. I love it. I appreciate it. Thank you for making the trek all the way out here.
Of course, he was on my mind, on my heart.
To experience and see the grandeur of community food system. This is 3 acres on 5,300 acres. This is not even 1% of Kahana Valley. This is 0.5%.
And this can feed all of the people in Kahana Valley.
This guarantee right now.
Yeah.
This may be the saving grace one day. But this also might just be the toenail ulu grove that starts the rest of the body. Now we get 1,000 acres of 5,000 acres in food production. And then now we're doing, you know, if it's 500,000 pounds of ulu for every 10 acres and we get 1,000 acres in production, I'm pretty sure we're food secure.
Right on.
Yeah.
I'm committed to growth, man. Let's do it.
Okay, well, brah, I appreciate you bringing all your stuff and setting up.
Yeah.
And I think we got to set one up of these at Makahiki. And
yes.
I mean, are you down for a 2-day weekend, Friday, Saturday,
of course,
Sunday,
of
in
course.
Makahiki, and we spread it out a little bit and make it a little bit more ohana inviting, and we set up a nice kupuna camp.
Yeah.
You know, like make them where like
fun.
Make it where you get to enjoy the privilege of being on the aina in a way that other people want to participate.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yes, you gotta set parameters. Like we're going I couple. It's iPono the whole weekend. We're not fucking bringing no Krispy Kremes. Don't bring your soda. But we're gonna mamaki tea. We're gonna drink ava. We're gonna make the onome.
Right.
And maybe it gets it to the point where the month before, maybe there's a food crew that's coming together that's making the dried bananas or whatever it is, right? So that we can really enjoy ourselves.
Yeah.
I mean, just because you're healthy doesn't mean you eat shitty. In fact, I believe it's the opposite. I believe you really get into health, you start eating amazing things that not only taste phenomenal, but when you're done, makes you feel good.
Yeah.
Slow and steady.
Yeah.
Love you all.
Right on. Love you too, bro.
Bless you, cuz. I'm going to get back to work.
Cash shoots.
Let's go.